Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Chinye and you are watching Broke, Bougie, or Ballin'. So I wanted to take this very first video to introduce my channel, introduce myself, and then sort of also just do a bit of some budgeting for my very first paycheck in July. And so yeah, let's just get started. Like I mentioned before, welcome to my channel. I've titled it Broke, Bougie, or Ballin'. And the reason why I did that was because I wanted to talk a lot about productivity and finances, entrepreneurship. But I really wanted to address sort of that big misconception that you have to have a certain amount of money or you have to kind of, have it all ready together in order for you to start a business or to just make boss moves. And that is so not true. When you're talking about doing things like saving, investing, starting a business, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter what your budget is. I want to take this moment to give a shout out to a YouTuber named Taylor Budgets. And she has proved positive that it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. And so when you are, if you have income coming in, you can save, you can invest, you can pay off debt, you can start a business. It may mean that you have to take a bit more time to do that, or you may have to do a lot of stuff in-house yourself, or you may have to start by a little farther behind than someone else, but you can start. You can get creative with how you're doing your thing. It's just a matter of you being willing to put in the time, work, and effort to do that. So on my channel, I really just want to focus in and hone in on that. So I do want to talk about personal finances. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But I also want to talk about different kind of startups and how to get started and really that step-by-step process. Because a lot of times you might want to do something, but you're like, I don't even know how to get started with that. Well, that's what I want to do. I really want to help you guys do that. And there are a lot of things that I personally want to do as well that I haven't done yet. Yeah, so I'll walk y'all through that. I'll show y'all the process, the step-by-step, the full financial breakdown on how much it's costing me and how to do it if you don't have that kind of budget or a certain kind of budget, how to do it on the cheap. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started with what we're going to be talking about today. Now, today I am budgeting my first paycheck in July. I get paid bi-weekly. So we'll be breaking down the very first check in this month. So let's just hop on over to July. So this is a planner that I created for myself. I really wanted something where I can pretty much manage everything that I got going on when it comes to my finances. So whether that's my general cash envelopes, my sinking funds, my investments, if I'm doing stock research, and I will talk about that. I want to talk about how to go about managing your investment portfolio and sort of the things that, just some high level things that you might want to look at when you're deciding on a company to invest in, and then how to manage that portfolio. So what that essentially means is how to go about not necessarily investing in stock, but once you've got those stocks, things that you need to look for, how to rebalance your portfolio, because yes, you do need to make sure that you are rebalancing that portfolio at least on a quarterly basis, moving things in and out because you do not want to be overfunded in one particular investment. The key to proper portfolio management is diversification. So you might start off with a particular selection in your sectors, but you want to make sure that you are checking those quarterly. If one investment area is growing exponentially, regardless of how much growth you've got in there, you still want to make sure you are constantly rebalancing that portfolio. I'll get into that. I don't know when. If that's something that you guys are really interested in, I could probably do that sooner rather than later. But yeah, anyway, back to this. So I do have a place where I wanted to put all of that research, and just all that good stuff, tracking my donations for the year, my wish list, the whole nine yards. So anyway, we're just going to jump into July. let's get started. So the way that I allocate my bills is, this is paycheck number one. I do my bills and expenses. I leave those in my bank account. I don't really pull those out. I'm probably not even gonna get into that today. But then I have my cash envelopes. And then I also have my savings funds and my sinking funds. Now, I do not pull everything out. When it comes to pulling out cash, I pull out my cash envelopes, and then I have certain sinking funds that I physically have in cash. But then there are certain sinking funds that I keep them in the bank. I don't bring them out. Then I have my savings accounts, which I don't bring out of the bank either. Those sit in the bank in a different account. And then I have physical savings challenges. And those are like the $1 challenge, the $5 challenge, and then obviously any kind of spare coins that come out throughout that I use as I'm going through my cash. And then I do the $100 envelope challenge, which I keep that, not the $100, the 100 envelope challenge. And that I also I pull out physically as well. So that's kind of how I do it. I don't pull out all that money. It's just some of those accounts, there's way too much money to just have out and about. So the categories that I use, I have my groceries, I have dining out, I have gas for my car, I have my spending, I have my household expenses, and I am a household of one. I do not have any children. It's just me, no man, nothing like that. I have my giving. Oh, another thing, my laundry. So a couple of years ago, and I'll just keep writing. A couple of years ago, I purchased a home, and that home is a fixer-upper, like for real. When I tell you it's a fixer-upper, I mean that with everything in my soul. It is a true fixer-upper, like plywood on the floor fixer-upper. Let me go pull up my physical sinking funds. And so it does not have a laundry room. It does not have laundry. And it does not have, it actually doesn't even have a proper kitchen. This is a support small. I need to make these bigger. And so that is quite a challenge for me. But that's why I pull out laundry, because I have to physically go to a laundromat to do my laundry. So for groceries, I am actually allocating $80. I have like a makeshift kitchen. I actually will talk about that. That I want to talk about really how to buy a home in either your dream location or at least close to dream location, without necessarily having to pay the dream prices, and then how to go about fixing it up, because that's kind of what I did. I live in a major city in Atlanta. I don't really care, who knows. I live in Atlanta. And it's gotten ridiculously expensive. And when I say it's ridiculous. And a lot of factors are playing into that. Mostly a lot of people from like California, the huge flight out of California, basically. A lot of folks come here and they've got California money. Excuse me, that's not where that does not go there. That does not. They've got a lot of California money, and they're able to pay a heck of a lot more than the locals here in Atlanta are paying. And so you've got a lot of locals who simply can. Because of that, a lot of the housing has been driven up like ridiculously high, and to the point where a lot of locals are just like, I can't afford that. That ain't in my budget. So, yeah, that's been quite a challenge. for many. So you have to get creative in how you're planning on purchasing that home. So that's one thing I'll be talking about. I'll be talking about Airbnb. I have done Airbnb. I've done Uber. I've done so many different things. And I think I just want to be able to share that with you guys, like how to go about getting what you want and, building that dream life that you want without having to lie, cheat, and steal to do it, because I'm not about that life. No. So yeah, I'll talk about that. Anywho, so that's what my budget is going to be looking like. So the next thing that I want to do is I need to transfer this over to the next page, which is my cash categories. Okay, so for groceries, I want to do 150, 2 10s, that's 70, and 2 5s. I think that'll be fine. For dining out, I think I'll do a 20 and a 10. I'm trying to do so much better with dining out. I think my biggest issue in the past has always been that, number one, because I don't have a proper kitchen. I just tend to eat out so much, and that's probably one of the biggest killers to my budget. And so I'm really trying to work on that. So for gas, I'm just going to do three of those, 3 20s. For spending, I'll do 2 20s and a 10. For household, I'll do 4 5s. For laundry, I'll also do 4 5s. And this is clearly not. Okay, I fixed that. So for giving, I am doing 5 1s and 1 5. For my miscellaneous, I am going to do 5 1s and 1 10. I'm debating whether or not I even need a miscellaneous anymore, because I really don't use it, especially since it's just me. I've kind of gotten all of the categories that I need over there. So yeah. For toiletries, I'm doing 15. So I think I'll do 5 1s and 1 5. Sorry, a 5 and a 10 for toiletries. And then for entertainment, I will do the same thing. So as far as my sinking funds go, I'll just go ahead and do a 20 right here. For self-care, I'll go ahead and do a 50. For support small, I will do a 10 and a 15, I think. Yeah, I'll do that. For gifts and birthdays, I'll do 20. And then for holidays, I will go ahead and do a 10 and a 15. So, yeah, I think that'll work. Let me go back and let me look at what I did for my goals. So for clothing, I think I want to have a goal of I think I said 500. For self-care, I wanted to have a goal of 300 in there. Just to have that as revolving. I don't really do my nails. I do my own nails. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. I do my own nails, so I really don't spend money on nails. I do my hair maybe every other month. I work from home as of right now. Like I said, I do corporate finance. I work from home, so honestly, I ain't even really worried about that. I tend to try to avoid the Zoom calls as much as possible. But anywho, there's that. And then for support small, I think I'll do this at 300 as well. So I have a small business myself, and usually the way I've been doing it thus far is going to like being a vendor at some craft shows and fairs and stuff. And so one of the things I like to do is when I'm there to visit some of the other booths and really support them. And then I also like to, when I'm on Etsy, I see a lot of things that I want to purchase. And so I do want to dive in and have a specific fund for that. There's one person on here, Budget Treasures. She makes these cute envelopes that I really want to purchase. I've actually been watching a lot of her videos as well. But anyway, yeah, they're really cute. So for gifts and birthdays, I want to have $1,000 in there. And then for holidays, I want to make sure I have 800 in there. Yeah. So my balance right now, I have money in there. I cannot tell you how much I have in there just yet. So let's see. There's that's 1,800, 2,100, 2,400, 2,900. I hope I did that right. It's weird because a lot of times folks think that finance folks have they're really good at math. I think what's really we're kind of sucky about it is that we rely so much on Excel, and sometimes math be hard sometimes. So anywho, I'm going to let me get a calculator for that because ain't no way I'm not gonna keep that. So that's 80 plus 30 plus 60 plus 50 plus 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15. Nope, that's not. Oh, wait. Okay, let me 15. 315. I was like, plus. I'm like, that's not what I initially did. 15 plus 20 plus 15. Okay, yeah, that's the number I had. I was like, that's not what I had. Now, what was this? 315. 15, let me make sure. Plus 30 plus 60 plus 50 plus 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15. Okay, yeah, 315. Okay, cool. And that means that's 20 plus 50 plus 15 plus 20 plus 15 equals 120. Equals 120. Okay, cool. So that is what I got going on. From here, I've got my denomination breakdown, so let me do that math. I have 10 ones, which equals $10. For my fives, I have 2, that's 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15 fives. And I'm just going to go ahead and open this back up because 15 times 5, that's $75. And then for tens, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 of those. So that's $90. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 20s. And that should be 160. 8 times 20. Okay, cool. Where did I put this? That should be right here. Because I'm like, I don't think I pulled out any of those. All right. For 50s, I have 2, which is $100. And I have none of those. So that is 100. That's 100 plus 160 plus 90 plus 75 plus 10. 435. And that is a match for what I had in the beginning. Cool. Cool beans. So paycheck number 1 is good to go. Awesome. So that is my breakdown for my budget for my first paycheck. Okay, so that is everything that I have for my very first paycheck in July. My next video, I need to go to the bank and I need to get my denominations. And so my next video will be an actual cash breakdown and putting these in my envelopes. So with that, I will see y'all then. Bye.